Okay, here's the situation. As you can see, I have 4 USB ports here, and as you can see, 2 of them are taken up by my mouse and my keyboard. That's fine. That means there are 2 left for data transfer. Well, sort of. You see, this one here, right next to my mouse dongle, that one's dead. So, technically, I only have 1 port left for data transfer. That's not very good. So, I resorted to buying some wireless alternatives. Like, for example, this mouse. The original one that came with this iMac was this one right up here. As you can see, it has a wire attached to it. Okay, so I got the wireless mouse. And guess what? It actually has Bluetooth on it. So why am I using the USB dongle? Well, let me show you why. Let's go into Preferences. We'll go under Mouse. Set up a Bluetooth mouse, because my mouse does have Bluetooth. Alright, let's try to pair it. After I switch to Bluetooth. Okay, my mouse is in Bluetooth pairing mode. Actually, no, that's the mouse that came with the iMac when it was brand new, except that mouse got lost somewhere. But as you can see, this thing's in pairing mode, nothing's showing up. And yet that mouse right there, that was the original one that came with this out of the box, brand new. That one's been lost, so who knows what happened to that. Okay, so I have to use the USB dongle for this in order to make it work. So as you can see, I am using this mouse. Okay, so that's not working. So how else can I free up those USB ports? Well, why not try a Bluetooth keyboard like I have right up here? Okay, let's try that. Alright, so we'll go back to System Preferences. We'll pair this keyboard. I'll turn it on. We're in pairing mode automatically because this isn't paired to anything. Set up Bluetooth keyboard. Devices, because I have not registered a Bluetooth keyboard yet. Nothing. It is in pairing mode. If it's flashing like that, that means it's in pairing mode. Nothing. What the blank is going on? Okay, well, those things are going on, so I guess if you can't free up USB ports, why not try some wireless transfers? After all, the iMac supports AirDrop, right? Well, let's try that. Right here I have my iPod Touch. Okay, so let's go into Photos here. Let's share the Apple logo drawing with my iMac. Okay, so we're going to push Share down here. There's the AirDrop. Oh, I forgot, I gotta have the Finder window open on here for AirDrop. Huh. Where is AirDrop? Maybe it's been hidden in the Preferences sidebar. What the? There's no AirDrop. What the blank is going on? Oh, wait, what's this thing I have here in hand? Is this a Wi-Fi card that takes care of all of those issues? You can probably see where this is going. Okay, so all of you, please be advised, I am an idiot when it comes to doing repairs like this, because this is the second time I am actually replacing a module on this iMac. The first time I did that was when I was installing new RAM, because this thing seriously needed an upgrade in the RAM department. Now we're going to handle the Wi-Fi card. So either this is going to improve my wireless and workflow, because I like wireless, or it's absolutely going to destroy it. Yeah, be advised, I'm an idiot. I'm going to be learning this just like you guys are. So, let's get to it. So, first thing you want to do is shut down the iMac because when taking it apart, you really do not want this thing running. So, let's shut this down. Okay, so the iMac is shut down. So now we're going to pull it out of its tight spot since that's where it is on my desk. Actually, you're going to unplug everything. Well, I'm going to leave that USB in there, but unplug any cord with a wire attached to it. So that means my keyboard and the power cord especially, because you do not want any power flowing through the system while you're working on it. Because if you are an absolute idiot, it could kill you, literally. I'll grab that later. And now let's bring all of our supplies and tools that we need together. So, because the Wi-Fi card is something completely different than what's in here, I actually had to get an adapter. So, these things are actually fairly expensive. So, first thing you're going to remove is the RAM door, the RAM access door, because this is a 2009 iMac, and in order to take the aluminum bezel off, and yes, you are going to have to do that, you're going to need to remove the RAM door since that is screwed in. So pretty much I'm going to take this here. I'm going to need some Phillips screwdriver. If I can grab one from my kit. Where's my tweezers? You gotta make sure you select the correct screwdriver, otherwise you're not really going to get anywhere. And unlucky me, I do not remember which is the correct driver for the RAM access door. All I know is it's one of the drivers I have in my set. There we go, this one. Right, once that's unscrewed, the door comes off just like that. You set that aside. Now it's time to take the glass off. Now, what you're going to need is, I use a car mount, but some sort of suction cup. The glass here is held in by magnets, so you don't have to worry about glue or anything, but just because it's held in by magnets does not mean that you don't have to be careful with this at all, because these are very strong magnets. So, please be careful when removing this. Alright. Front glass is removed. I'm going to go set this somewhere soft. And now, we get to a really fun part. We get to remove the aluminum bezel. So, I know you're going to need Torx T8 and T6 screwdrivers. I just don't remember which ones those are, so let me do a quick check. This is the one I want. Okay. So, there are a total of 12 screws. 4 on the top, 4 on the bottom, 2 on each side. The 4 on the bottom, those are the longer screws. You make sure that you put those back in. Alright, now that the screws are off, you can remove the bezel, but be very careful because there is actually a microphone that's hooked up to the aluminum bezel and there's a cord that you have to disconnect, so don't just pull it right off. What you have to do is you need to start to pop it off from the top. Be gentle because this is a fragile machine. Alright, once you pop the aluminum bezel part way out, be sure to disconnect the microphone up top. Once that's disconnected, remove the bezel. And there you can see the inner workings of, well, some of the inner workings of the iMac. Because I need to install an extra antenna in this system, because there's only 2 antennas, I need 3, I have to remove the display so I can install that last antenna. So, remove the display, remove the other screws holding in the display. There are 8 of them. Alright, here becomes a very dangerous part because if you decide you're going to be an idiot, you're probably going to break your display. So there are a total of 6 cables that you will need to unplug from this display. So very carefully unplug all 6 cables. There will be cables in tight places. As you can see, I'm getting into some very uncomfortable positions. Alright, the display is free. Okay, so that's actually what it looks like on the inside of an iMac. Let's upgrade the card. Okay, so this card right here, this module right here is exactly what we will be replacing. First, I have to figure out how to unscrew that. Looks like it's another Torx screw. Alright, that screws off. Pop these antennas off. Okay, I gotta pop the antennas off somehow. Because it's this card that's getting replaced. This is the old Wi-Fi card. Okay, so this is the old Wi-Fi card. It's Apple's Airport Extreme card. That's been removed. Now, let's assemble the new one. So this right here is the new card. This is actually the adapter that we need in order to plug it in. So let's plug this in. Going to screw it in from right there. Alright, Wi-Fi card adapter is screwed in. Now, there's a couple other things that we have to do. We've got to disconnect this antenna from the Bluetooth module because, believe it or not, the Bluetooth module and the Wi-Fi module are completely separate items in the 2009 iMac, which is what this is. So I have to mess with a whole bunch of stuff there. Alright, now time to route our last antenna. Pretty much I'm just trying to find a way to secure this antenna so that way it's not just dangling everywhere. Okay, so the tip will reside right there. I'll route it down this way. Yeah, considering those other cables right here, I don't think this will be hurting anything, so I guess I'll just leave it like that. Now it's time to mount the cables onto this card. Okay, so what I think I'm going to do next is I'm going to unplug data from the Bluetooth module and plug in my extension cable so that way I can send data from the new module to the old as soon as I figure out how to... Alright, so then I'll plug this into that new adapter as well. Just like that. As far in as I can get it. Alright, let's attach our cables to our new chip. So this antenna will go in here. Hop on just like that. Your Bluetooth goes on the J3 end, which is the third one from the bottom, or second from the top. All the antennas are hooked up. Let's now insert this into its slot on the adapter. I'm going to screw on that screw we just took off. We have successfully installed a new Wi-Fi wireless module. So now we're going to have to test it, and in order to do that, we got to hook the display back up. So let's go get our display because we're going to need that if we're going to see what's going on. Alright, Alright, so the hookup process isn't exactly as easy as the detachment. I would strongly advise you get a second pair of hands to help you with this part. Okay, so before I screw anything in case something is not plugged in properly, I am going to test it by powering the iMac on. So I'm going to quickly plug it back in. Okay, got power cord. Plug this in. Okay. Alright, let's see if she runs. Okay, so something's caught in the fans, and that's not good. Hopefully I won't have to take it out. But let's make sure that the fans are clear and fully functioning. Okay, so that's going to have to be moved. And I have an idea on where to move it. Okay, that's been rerouted to avoid the fan. Alright, let's try it again. Okay, there we go. I cleared the fan. She boots up. That's good. Alright. Let's wait for the iMac to boot. So, as soon as I just got the last screw in, the iMac is booted up. So, I'm not going to try out the Bluetooth keyboard yet, and that's because it still has to be paired. Okay, so from the looks of it, Bluetooth is functioning, Wi-Fi is functioning. We are connected, so the Wi-Fi is working. Does it see my iPhone in Finder? Oh, look at that! AirDrop! Look at that, AirDrop, right there. That was not there before. Okay, so let's try that picture again. So let's go to the AirDrop menu. Oh yeah, it sees my devices. All right, let's try to share that photo again. Share. Holy crap. I have AirDrop working. Awesome. All right, so that's working. Now, let's try out the Bluetooth keyboard and mouse. So we know the Wi-Fi is working, just is the Bluetooth working is my main question. So let's try a mouse. Set up Bluetooth mouse. Change this to Bluetooth mode. Pair. Ha 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 ha! I'm using this mouse right here. Yes, Bluetooth is working. Last but not least, let's try, I can get rid of this one now. Let's try a Bluetooth keyboard. Toss those things right there. All right, here's the keyboard. That's still on. All right, go to keyboard. Set up Bluetooth keyboard. We're searching now. No way. No freaking way. It worked! And now let's put the rest of this thing back together so it's fully, so it looks good. But yeah. This is how you upgrade the wireless card in your iMac, so that way you can use AirDrop, newer Bluetooth and Wi-Fi devices, etc. Alright, thank you for watching this video. Be sure to check out my other channels within the Random Alpha network. My name is Alpha Day Wolf, Random Alpha, signing out. Okay. Now, we can put that